Last week, newly elected President Ms. White and VP Mr. McKinney discussed bringing back civility in these meetings, and we heard it tonight. That was followed by praises from public comments and post-meeting news article. Of course, anyone that knows me, I am all for politeness. Every week when I'm here, I guarantee to be respectful. But I also intend to hold you accountable. It would be irresponsible for me not to point out the fact that those calling for the need for calm and courtesy are the very individuals who created unrest just months ago. But my main point tonight is to discuss last week's meeting, how it started and ended. First, we saw the newly elected PV Ford candidate sworn in and address the community. Then we moved to public comment. We heard over and over from a dozen community members, parents, and students. The overwhelming theme was safety, which we've already heard tonight, for PV students, and the need to create a safe environment. Safety was a word used over and over through tears, fears, and sadness. After public comment came the agenda. Then, approximately 3.5 hours into the meeting, Ms. White made a motion to hold Policy 720. As a quick refresher, we all know Policy 720 is the bathroom policy put in forward motion 2 months ago after the public came out to express their concern, again, for safety of the students in PV bathrooms and locker rooms. Because it was at that time it was discovered that the facilities were open to be used by any sex on any given day. Policy 720, voted on by the previous board, put in place a reasonable, fair, and safe strategy to accommodate the PV student body, stating bathroom and locker room facilities would be assigned based on a student's biological sex. And at the same time, PV would open up additional single-stall bathrooms for students that might not be comfortable. Ms. White and the PV Forward ticket won on a campaign of moving the district forward, but it would seem to be with the motion to hold Policy 720 is in fact moving us backwards, or at least putting us at a standstill. My question, 3.5 hours after becoming the new leader, why pivot on Policy 720 as your first action, especially after hearing students that night with concern on safety here? And after a walkout on September 19th that included over 400 students, which occurred while you were on the board, Ms. White. One characteristic of a strong leader is creating a collaborative culture. As the new leader, Ms. White, and the rest of the board, and you, Dr. Russell, I would say the PV community deserves a clarification on your decision of Policy 720 and holding it, especially after PV students not only demonstrated, but expressed their need for safety, and we hear it again tonight, to feel comfortable coming to learn in these schools. Thank you for your time.